Jo Swinson has described breaking up the United Kingdom, if Scotland was to vote for independence, as much more difficult than what we're experiencing with Brexit. The Liberal Democrat leader said it is a lesson she has learned throughout the process of Britain's decision to leave the European Union, which was made in June 2016. Speaking on radio programme Scotland's Talkin' on Clyde 2 and Forth 2, the East Dunbartonshire MP said she was the only party leader campaigning to keep Scotland in the UK and the UK and the EU. Last week at the SNP's conference in Aberdeen, Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said a second independence referendum north of the border must happen next year. But on Sunday Ms Swinson said, "I want the UK to stay in the European Union, that's what I'm working for and I believe that's still possible. I believe we can still do that and I'm not giving up on that cause because I think we're better off having Scotland in the UK and the UK and the EU. And let's remember that's also what Scotland has voted for. -55% voted to keep Scotland in the UK, 62% voted to keep the UK in the EU. I'm pretty much the only party leader in Scotland that's arguing for that position. We are seeing with this last 3.5 years of Brexit chaos just how difficult it is when you have intertwined regulations, institutions, countries working together for 40 years in the case of Europe, how untangling that is complicated and difficult. And I just think, breaking up that union of 300 years will be so much more difficult than what we're experiencing with Brexit, that it's the lesson I take from that Brexit process." The Liberal Democrat leader also reiterated her own candidacy for Prime Minister, and the view there is a real opportunity to overtake Labour for her party. She said neither Boris Johnson nor Jeremy Corbyn were fit for 10 Downing Street, criticising the former of being untrustworthy on a daily basis. On the Labour leader she said he had been absolutely useless on Brexit, but also he's somebody who has failed to tackle anti-Semitism within his party. Ms Swinson was pushed further on Brexit, with one caller suggesting she held his and the votes of 17 million others in contempt. She replied, "What I hope we can do as a country is have a debate and an engagement which recognises that people for good, genuine motivations, think there is a different way forward that is going to be right. It's not necessarily I know better than you, it's just I have come to a different conclusion than you. We disagree and it's okay to disagree. I think one of the challenges here has been that I think I have no confidence there is genuinely a majority in this country for any specific type of Brexit." She added, "What I've seen over the last 3 years has been the people who for more on this story, visit the news article link.